we've already done that. We already went through that. We had Nebraska and Pittsburgh and Melbourne looking out for you guys. Where else are we coming in from tonight? We're coming in from Charlotte and Oklahoma and Houston. So coming in from all over the place. Most of you guys are probably experiencing decent weather. And for those of you down in the Florida Peninsula, we wish you the best and hope you're able to stay up with us here and stay safe throughout the coming days. Coming in from California and New Jersey. Apparently a pretty good crowd coming out of Texas, Galveston, Henderson, Katy, Texas. We got a big Texas contingent here. Coming out of Brooklyn, New York, and kind of all over the place tonight. So what do you guys think about the market when you look at the S&P futures making that new all-time high today? What do you think about that? Does that make you feel that the market's a little bit more bullish, or are you sort of standing back and saying, well, now we got to figure out what the next thing is? Because it's these tidal forces that can grab onto the market and pull it one way or another. Brian, I think you're absolutely right. We're kind of wait and see mode, CPI, even PPI the day after. And also understand the difference between the core rate and the standard rate. Call it the standard rate. It's actually just you have CPI and then you have the core CPI. Selling some into strength, but we'll buy it on the dip. Could be Dunkin' Donuts will have power and Wi-Fi tomorrow. We got Roger sneaking in. Okay. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. If you're in the South, don't you have to be at a Krispy Kreme to get that Wi-Fi? Isn't there sort of a regional bias going on there? I mean, don't get me wrong, both have their thing, but regionally speaking, Duncan is the bias. Well, I guess that makes sense, Adam. A lot of Floridians are really Yankees in disguise, aren't they? Uh, okay, listen. You got Wendy's. I'll give you Wendy's. Wendy's is absolutely incredible. Although, to be fair, old school Wendy's with the flat uh, patties. Where's the beef Wendy's? Maybe I'm just getting old. A little bit of nostalgia. So I wonder if look into some of the companies behind those brands that you really like. If you're looking for investment ideas, who is it? Can't remember what was the guy's name. The big time analyst who used to talk about if he was trying to figure out what stocks to buy and sell, he'd go into the grocery store and look at the shelves. Peter Lynch, thank you. Brian, you and I were on the same page. Yeah, Peter Lynch used to talk about going into the grocery stores. He'd look at the shelves, he'd see what was selling. And if there was a product that was selling a lot, that's where he'd like to look to make his investments. And I think a lot of times we forget that. A lot of times, and Tom's got his screen up right now, but a lot of times when people look at how you invest, they're trying to break down on the charts and the list and see what everybody else says. But Peter Lynch, he really understood that if you're active in the world and you're using particular products, like Tom, most of us have an NVIDIA graphics card in our computer. So NVIDIA, obviously a company that we should probably look to invest in because we all use it. So it just Heinz ketchup. Okay, yet listen, I love Heinz. I don't want to get into a Heinz versus Hunt's debate on here, but absolutely, I think Heinz is definitely a company worth looking at. But these are the kind of things you need to think about when you're thinking about how you're going to invest. And then you throw in things like weather related events, which obviously is going to be a big issue for the team down in Jacksonville over the next few days watching that storm. And where do we go? What corporations stand to have economic gain or economic loss? How is it going to move particular stocks? You got the CPI, you got the PPI. We got a lot going on. And these are the kind of things that I want you to focus on when you see some of these stocks that Tom's going to talk about when he goes into the Weekend Profits Club. Because I guarantee you he's doing the research. I'd suggest that you learn how to do the research as well, and you'll be amazed at how many times your research and his research is going to match up, especially if you follow along with the training. Is that fair to say, Tom?
Oh yeah, definitely fair. I was sitting here thinking about some of the subjects that you brought up, and it's very interesting how if you just look around, sometimes things fall into your lap. I know that Brian just posted about Lulu and how his daughter, uh, was obviously a big customer of theirs, and how he bought the stock in Lulu and sure made some money. Genrex, another one Fred just put in here. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it really comes to the surface when you think about generators. And here in Florida, I'm sure there's going to be a massive increase in order volume because of the hurricanes going through, and just the different things that you look at out there that that might impact you personally, but there's a way to make money off of it when you think about it from a strategic standpoint. But I want to get started because, so far, I think, Chuck, you're the one that told me many years ago that once I hit October, I was a different trader. And, I remember me and you having that discussion years ago. And like this week, it was like a green light. We were doing some stuff that I think made some people feel very confident they're at the right spot. And I think that was important because there's been the fact that we have looked at a market that's gone up, gone down, gone up, gone down, and I think it's about to at the trend stage. I will remind everybody my date for it getting a lot more clearer is October 21st. That's the cycle date that looks pretty good to me, that you're going to get a lot of days like today and yesterday in a row, I think, because what's going to happen, people are going to start looking beyond the day they're in, but looking into the end of the year. And I always get really excited this time of year because if you play your cards right and listen, and there's a lot of opportunity for you, the trader. And so I want to get started, get into the profile. I'm glad that we're having this tonight on Wednesday on the web because, as Roger alluded to earlier, Roger Sessions alluded to, we spent the last time he was down here at Dunkin' Donuts because they had Wi-Fi. Based on what I read already and saw on TV, it looks like tomorrow morning is where the rough part's going to be for us up here, but it's coming across Florida pretty fast, hitting Tampa, I guess, right now. So we'll be hearing some stories from that, I'm sure. But I hope everybody's doing well, and I think that uh, if you had a good day today, you're feeling pretty good about tomorrow. If you didn't have a good day today, you got to persevere. You'll have a good one tomorrow. That's the way you got to think about it. Let me get going, and we'll do that right now, Chuck. Thank you for getting everybody warmed up, and you always do a great job doing that. Now, folks, I always talk about this slide here because there is a high degree of risk involved in trading. I also tell you that past performance is not indicative of future results. and do your due diligence as you do these trades, because you really sometimes you learn more from when you lose than you do when you win. At DTI, we help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. We've got all of that if you will listen. And you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Henry, I saw you on here early. I'd like to talk to you maybe tomorrow. I had a couple questions about that nice email you sent me because you mentioned some terms I wasn't aware of, and I'd like to know about it because it sounded to me like you got a pretty good handle on that kind of information. So if you get a chance, you got my number, just give me a text and we'll get on the phone together. YouTube is YouTube at DTI Trader. You go to YouTube, sign up. Tomorrow we'll have a YouTube special event at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and you'll be invited. That's the only way you'll be able to be live with me tomorrow at 8:30. We're doing that on some of these key reports, and we're doing it 8:30 tomorrow. So make sure you're there where you'll get an invitation. Customer service live every day of the week, 10 to 1, dtitrader.com/help. Now, in my opinion, it's funny, and I want to talk a little bit about trading. I started doing something this week that I said, I'm going to start trying to do. I'm going to call it bonus trades. Was anybody in the 25-cent trade that made that QQQ trade today? I'm just curious. Anybody make that trade I did in the QQQ today? John did all that. So I got to thinking, if I can help you, when we're doing a strategy that maybe has one bad week but won't have a bad week over time, I might start throwing bonus trades in from time to time. How does that sound, everybody, if I do that extra work for you? Like I did today for the 25-cent people. Yeah, if you give me your insight to it, because I think it's really it's a level that I can do. I don't know anybody can do it because I'm watching the market all the time and I see opportunities. Okay. So if you're subscribed to one of my services, you can expect that I'm going to focus on that, and we'll try to do it. You made a 20. I need a couple of you, if you don't mind, send me an email, tell me how it affected you today by doing that trade. And you'd send it to tbuzztnt@gmail.com. We'll put that in there for you, but send me an email. Let me know how that trade I did today affected you and your attitude. Probably gave you a little, I'd say like a Red Bull charge, but it's good. Okay. And Lori says she did. Yeah. Just send an email to that because I'd like to read some of those tonight when I finish. Now, Seven Sisters update. Everything's hot all across the board. The only thing that's negative is bonds. They were positive by 1%. They backed up 3%. My top 10 tickers, if you look at those, obviously the QQQ is the big winner of the week. If you check and go look at it, it's at 494. This is day 3, 494. Not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. NVIDIA was another big winner. That's 2 of them. AMD got up to 174.5 today. That's pulled back a little bit. Amazon hasn't hit, but keep your eye on it tomorrow. And gold has just given us a chance to buy more of it. Let's talk about your next weekend side hustle. We booked a trade on Monday in the weekend side hustle. It's a classic program I have. I love it to death. I put it on tomorrow, and we close it out on Monday. The weekend side hustle has got quite a great history of teaching people how to make options, give you income, and pay you. The Weekend Profits Club is dedicated to targeting that extra income over the weekends, thanks to that special perk created by the CBOE months ago. Pretty simple service. We put the trade out Thursday afternoon on most weeks, sometimes on Friday, but Thursday and close it out on Monday. It's that simple. It's a great trade, and I think you find out the power of options by being in the weekend side hustle. You know, we've had winners pay on average about $978, $968 on average in extra income over the weekend. So it's a way that you can park some money and let it grow. That's what I like about the weekend side hustle. We're going to open it up for another 100 new members. Every time I do this, we max out, and then guess what happens? We have to wait a couple months before I can bring it back. We have to get everybody on board. We have to do all the details to make sure that you're able to jump in and be part of it. And since we're putting out a trade tomorrow, it would pay you to join tonight if you're not a member. Now, every single week, we take a weekend income opportunity, we slice it and dice it, put it out there for you that I'd recommend to anybody that wanted to listen about trading. It's that good a trade. Over 52 of these babies each year, not overpowering you, but it's got a growth potential that I think people understand once they've been in it for a couple months to watch it perform. Like I said, it averages about 968 on average. Now, I won't hold anything back how I do it. We got some master classes we'll give you. And in the Weekend Profits Club alert, we break it all down for you, step by step, what I look for, when I do it. And it's a great trade if you have a job. It's a great trade if you'd like to have some money working for you. It's a great trade. The ticker, when to place trade, the criteria I use, where we're going to enter, where we're going to exit. You know that once the trade comes out of the garage and goes to your inbox. We do all the hard work, finding it for you. We go through several different scenarios, depending on what the market's doing, how to place the trade. Each alert, you play along if you choose, like what happened back on July the 5th. Look at that, right there in the inbox. Now think about this. Think about tomorrow. Think about tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon, after 2 o'clock, you get an email, and it says, do this trade. This trade targets over $1,000 when we put it out there. So pay attention. Take the trade, spend your weekend, working on your short game, playing a little pickleball. That's a real popular thing now, isn't it? That pickleball. By the time Monday hit on that weekend, $2,353. That's quite a lot of weekend income. Not taxing. You don't have to sit next to your computer with this strategy. Each trade comes out after Thursday around noon. You got plenty of time to get in before the weekend hits at the price we give you. Now, you can experience this if you join the Weekend Profits Club as hands-free as possible. I don't know anybody here tonight that wouldn't want to have this strategy in your account working each and every week. Like on July the 12th, remember the 5th was good. Look at this. You got the email, take a trade if you chose, and sure enough, $2,105 in your pocket. Between those two trades alone, that could have been $44.58 after just 2 weekends. Now, what would you have done with an extra $44.50? Maybe pyramided a little bit. Paid off some debt, help your kids or grandkids, maybe start planning your next vacation. Maybe the most important thing was not having to constantly worry about enough money all the time. Huge burden for folks right now in this economy. I read an article today that in the last 3.5 years, tied into the current administration, unless you got a big raise, you've lost 30% of your income with the inflation and everything else out there. Folks, pay attention. This will supplement you over time and smooth that out for you by taking what we can do by teaching you step by step how this works. A very special piece of your membership, the tax benefits. You get special tax treatment for the options I'm using here. Save money on taxes, more money, moving right along. Still the SPY, QQQ, or Apple, and others, this focuses on a certain ticker that will help you. Now, standard brokerage account, internet connection, and a few minutes to set the trade before the weekend. That's why we also include a very special report. Your Money Matters, how to automatically save up to 25% on taxes from the weekend side hustle. In that report, save some money from those tax mans. Follow along on the trade luxury. Broker will automatically calculate this for you and do the savings for you. So don't pay that big fat check to government. Trade this way. Keep more of your hard-earned risk capital in your own pocket. The Weekend Private Club is great. People love it. We've been running this thing for over a year and a half, and people can't wait every Thursday for this trade to come out. Like these two trades, 44.58 in extra income. Wow, that was a nice couple of weeks. Amazon, $19.99 would have been a good buy, but this is not $19.99. You got to create different strategies. Now, after two trades, remember, you're still getting 50 more. Now, what is the membership going to cost you? It's selected because, like I said, we don't offer. When we open it up like this, the 100 spots go. That's just the way it works. Now, probably worth more than that if you played with any serious money at all on it. Now, let me highlight one of the biggest benefits of being a member of the Weekend Profits Club. Something I haven't mentioned, it takes Weekend Profits Club to a whole new level. Normally, we target extra income over the weekend, closing out on Monday. Sometimes the trade is so good, we get paid even before the weekend hits. So if I put a trade on tomorrow, okay, then step by step, we might take profits before the weekend hits. Think about going into the weekend with that extra cash in your hand. Total game changer. Exactly what happened on February the 8th, where we sent the alert, put it to you Thursday around noon. And by the time Friday morning hit, it was still so good, we took the profit and moved on, waited for next week. $1,600 on that one. Not bad. Now, you can start with as little as $300 and just pyramid, work it up higher. This is the beautiful thing about this strategy. Come in for the long term. Here's the other special bonus for you. Early payday. We have a briefing on how to get paid early, where you can close it out once the target's hit, set the trade, go enjoy your life, include information on how to protect you against downside also. The people in my weekend side hustle love it like I do. Here's a few top stories from them. Ed said, easy to follow. It's very simple. I gave you the time after 2 tomorrow. When you're around successful traders putting on good trades, it sure does make you smile. Sort of like that QQQ trade I did today for people. I teach, I educate you, and I show you how it's done. I don't just tell you. I want you to understand it. Truly remarkable story. How good the real-time results show. Now, not every trade works out, never does. But you never can risk more than you can afford to lose on any one single trade. You can take the Weekend Profit Club trades with as little as $500 on average. And if you're starting small, that's okay. Whether it's 1,000 or 1,000,000, it doesn't matter. This particular ticker will take all you want to give it. Focus on the trainings, understand the process. Getting the hang of these straightforward Weekend Profits Club opportunities, scale it over time. And that's why it doesn't matter who you are out there, whether you're a young person or an old person. If you've been trading for 10 years or just a few months, you're invited to join tonight with one of those slots. Don't let it go away. I don't know when I'll do it again. There's a month of them right there. 4 examples sent out in real time for people to take. 11/21, 2050, 2253, 2105, 1600. About 7,500 if you priced a membership. But for new members day, not anything like that. When I go live, I try to do a bonus trade. Now, we hope to bring in 100 new customers with us, be one of the first to take it, be part of it. New opportunity to be out there tomorrow after about 2 o'clock, before the weekend is. You got a day and a half, get the trade on. I'm sure these spots will fill up fast. 5,000 would be worth it. 3,500 would be better. 2,497 on our main website. However, tonight you get a better deal. If you join right now, you get 2 special bonuses to kick off the club. After seeing this, everybody gets blown away by looking at our results. There it is, 25,000, not bad. That's winning and losing trades together. Pretty good stuff there. So, look at that net profit. Keep in mind during the same time frame, the S&P was up 27%. I'd take 25,000 over 13. No other investment. This is step by step. That's why I want you to be able to try it out for a full year without worrying about the membership fee. Weekend Profits Club guarantee. Follow along, take the weekend trades. Oh, this is unbelievable. They're still doing this. I can't believe they're doing this. Take the trades with real money or paper trade them, totally up to you. If after a year I don't meet your expectation, we'll give you your money back. I cannot believe we're going to give you a year to have a free trial basically in this program. Of course, you won't leave because you'll love it. Call our team. We'll refund every penny of membership if you get to that point. But let me be very clear. If you want to gamble, this is not for you. This is a grind. Every week, every Thursday. Can you write that down? Every Thursday. Maybe sometimes on Friday, but mostly every Thursday when I put it on. Full year worth of these alerts you can try. You decide it's not for you, then I say happy trails. We take all the risk off the membership fee off of you by you taking the deal tonight. That brings me to my second bonus. Instead of $24.97, don't worry about that. You can get in tonight for a heavily discounted price. Get that membership paid off and keep flying and trucking along. Our students have done that in the past, like old Bob from Cutler Bay, paid it off in 2 weeks. Wendy paid it off plus $500 in a week. Now, be like Bob and Wendy. Let's get there even faster. Here's the big discount. You ready? I want you to invite you to join tonight, not $24.97, but half off. Could have opened the door at extra $8.97 when you join. Right here, you get complete access to this includes the master classes. $968 for new elite members. Goodness gracious, $968. Limited time, 100 gone, no more. All the spots will fill up fast. Weekend Profits Club is flying high. Now think about this. When the average is $968, we got a market like this. We got me in October with you. Don't you believe the odds can't get any stronger for you joining this tonight? That's why you're here. Go to dtitrader.com/WPC. Call 904-416-1776. Click that link in the chat. Take one of those spots. And I got a little special surprise bonus for anybody that joins. New elite members can join for $968. It's ready to go. We worked it out. It's perfect. As perfect can be. People say they've never seen anything like it. There's where I did a trade in June, 1150 and weekend income on a Monday. I did that to show you how powerful the strategy is. You have an opportunity to kickstart your very own weekend side hustle. Now, everybody needs a side hustle. Go to dtitrader.com/WPC. Check your email tomorrow. New elite members will know. And while you could never promise any future gains, look what happened back on May 2nd. Alert came out afternoon, plenty of time to get in before the weekend. Another winner, another book. Whoa, $6,000. That was a home run. Good. Andrew, talk to Mike Hardy. He'll handle that for you. Enjoy that weekend. A little bit more than you did before. Now, we have a sweet deal if you want to extend to 1 year to 3 years for less than $500 a year. Wow, that is sweet. 80% savings. If you're a gold member in the room, you know who you are for gold. Take one of the elite memberships. I've instructed the team to do something very special for you. Call our team at 904-416-1776. Lifetime access if you take that special deal. Go to dtitrader.com/WPC or call 904-416. And folks, here's some love letters I received over the last year. $500. Way to go, Whitney. 2060 from old Jimbo. You're quite welcome. It's simple, it's straightforward. We got the right ticker, picked up an extra 3,200, 2,200. I teach as well as show you how this works. Some of the best stories, and I love the next one. Tom is an excellent coach, trainer, and trader, easy to follow. 110% got VIP, didn't he? You see, once you take one of the elite memberships, do not close the page. You'll get that offer. Upgrade like Kenneth did. Now, get it done. $968 for your elite membership to get you in the door, and data like this that's small account friendly. $968 is the average winning payout based on a $5,000 starting stake. 75% success rate with built-in risk management. Spots will fill up. Kickstart your weekend side hustle. Go to dtitrader.com/WPC. And remember, we're going after bonus premiums in the market. This is for people that want to let the options work in your favor. Can't get it any other day of the week or weekend. This trade is closed on Saturday and Sunday. You're able to sidestep a lot of market action on Saturday and Sunday when it's closed, that's for sure. But the time is ticking on. Like back January 19th, spent your week banging your head against charts, wall, hoping to find that edge. I got the edge. It's right here. Call that number. Doesn't take you 30 minutes to put this trade on. Take your closest friends out to dinner, play a little golf, pick up brunch on Sunday, and sure enough, $1,619 in your pocket. Special surprise if you join today. Time to make a choice. It's time for you to step up, then go back to what you were doing, and think about how you're working smart, okay? Start targeting that weekend income. You can use it. The choice is yours. What are you going to do? Don't miss out on your first weekend income opportunity this week. Go to dtitrader.com/WPC. Let me answer some common questions. How much money's needed? The average trade's anywhere from $300 to $500. Okay? That's a good starting way to scale up. Question number two, will every trade winner? Of course not. No strategy wins 100% of the time. We're playing the long game here, folks. Been extremely profitable if you follow the process. Should everybody worry about downside? That's the beauty of this. It plays the market both ways. It's got the market closed over the weekend. Question number four, can you trade an IRA or 401k? Yes, it's retirement account friendly. Beautiful for a retirement account to use this strategy. What's the weekend's income trade? You'll get it tomorrow afternoon. We'll get you signed up. We'll get you ready. We'll show you a few things, give you the tape of the master class. You'll be ready. How do you start your own weekend side hustle? Click that link in the chat. I'll show you the step-by-step way. It's the best pricing it's ever been if you get started tonight. There it is, folks. I laid it out for you. You can call 904-417-1776. I've instructed sales to work with you. If you need somebody to work with you, they'll work with you, get you in this program. Any questions outside the standard ones I just answered? Any questions? And remember, from now on, you will be getting bonus trades from time to time in every program I have. And this one is in particular. Everybody understand what I'm saying? When I get an opportunity, I'm going to share it with you, and you can take that opportunity and add to what we're doing in this strategy. Can't do any more than that, folks. I laid it out. It's right there in front of you. If you're serious about trading, get on board. Rob says, thanks for today's bonus. Susan, I don't know what the VIP cost is, but it sounds to me like they got it reduced down. And when you add the bonus trades in that I'm going to do, you got to love it. Glenn said, very grateful for the bonus trades. Had to have some water. Had to have some water. Any other questions? Now, let me tell you how tomorrow's going to go. We're going to have a special flash meeting you're going to get invited to. We're going to do the 8:30. Got to be in YouTube to get that, but I think at 10 or 10:30 tomorrow, we're going to meet live, okay? After that CPI, don't you want an invitation to that? Get on. Glenn says, I always buy VIP. I'm making money with everything you've introduced me to. Thank you, Glenn. You write such nice love letters. I appreciate it. And Henry, remember, I want to talk to you tomorrow. What would be, let me ask you a question. If you join this program, okay? You join this program, what would be your excitement level if we get one of those great starting trades tomorrow with the weekend prop stuff come Monday? How many dollars would, out of those slides I showed you, really turned you on? Somebody type that in there. I'm just curious because we had a lot to choose from. Glenn said the $6,000 one. Carol said the 6,000. That got my attention too. It's possible with this. That's the beauty of it. And you don't have to risk. You don't have to risk the whole farm to be there. You just got to have the strategy. Roger likes the 6,000 too. All right. What is that? A 6-to-1 on trade number one? I like it. That's a challenge. That's a challenge. All right, I think I've answered everybody's questions. typed in buy VIP, quit wasting time. Rob, the only slide I saw was one for that 6,000. So I don't know, but we got to have a repeat, don't you think? Isn't that what they say? Have a repeat? I've got kind of good feeling about this market. And the good news is, if you join, you might also get a bonus trade tomorrow live. I don't know what else to do but say, come on in. Can you believe that price? I cannot believe that price they put on that tonight. Glenn said he scaled up after being in the program. Yeah, that's the way you should do it. Get used to it, get the procedures down, get your clock set. This week we got out in the first hour on the weekend. We got in, I think we got in on a Thursday or Friday, maybe, I forget, and got out on Monday morning. Rob says it's well worth it, gang. Well worth it. Thank you, Rob, for saying that. Brian says sometimes these things go to profit so fast you had to get out quick to take place of trades. Yeah, they do. The strategy though. You know what I love about this program more than anything else? It's not a strategy that requires more than maybe 5 or 10 minutes to put the trade on, and then you watch it. You watch it. You can watch it while you're out and about. Say, man, I think I'll take this. That's what I like about it. And whether the market's going up or down, that's the other thing too. Time is working for you. How many people use a watch or use a phone to see the time? I want you to think about something. This is another way to think about it. Typically, you got 2 hours of exposure on Thursday, about 8 hours of exposure, about 10 hours total exposure before you get to Monday. Once you go that 10 hours, the die is set. You know Friday afternoon where you're going to get out the first hour on Monday. That's the beautiful thing about it. So you count to 10, Thursday and Friday, look at it the last hour, and then the first hour on Monday, you say goodbye. That's the way the great trades work, okay? And then you can recycle that money during the week, bring it back to be ready to go on Thursday. That's what I like. Who was that country singer said she was country before it was cool? Barbara Mandrell, that's who it was. Barbara Mandrell would like this program. It's a cool strategy. Very cool. So, folks, I laid it out here for you. Get involved. As I always say, I'll see you on the flip side.